Tom Hougaard presents the following statement manifesto to his followers. Do sharks complain about Monday? No. They are up early, biting stuff, chasing shit, being scary, reminding everyone they're a fucking shark. What does this tell about his personality, his identifications, and his trading? To understand what this manifesto reveals about Tom Hougaard, you have to first understand that he is not a typical financial educator. He is a brutally honest, trauma-informed trader who has lost millions, made millions, and stared into the abyss of his own psychology. This quote is vintage Hougaard. It is not just a motivational quip. It is a distilled version of his entire trading philosophy, his self-image, and his ruthless view of the markets. Here is what it tells us. 1. His personality, radical acceptance, and brutal pragmatism. No victimhood. Hougaard despises excuses. Complaining about Monday is a proxy for complaining about market open, a bad streak, or bad luck. His personality rejects external locus of control. To him, the market doesn't care about your feelings, your hangover, or your losing streak. By saying sharks don't complain, he signals that he views whining as a fatal weakness. High-intensity urgency. He is not a meditative, Zen-like trader. Words like biting, chasing, and scary denote aggression and velocity. Hougaard is an adrenaline trader who thrives on decisive action. He is impatient with passivity, dark humor, and confrontation. He intentionally uses profanity and violent animal imagery to shock his followers out of their complacency. He is confrontational because he believes polite, gentle trading advice creates losing traders. 2. His identifications. The predator versus the prey. He identifies as the hunter, not the farmer. Many traders identify as farmers, see so small positions, wait for crops, yields, and pray for good weather, macroeconomic conditions. Hougaard identifies as a carnivore. He believes the market is a zero-sum game where you must literally take money from others. Survival of the fittest. By evoking the shark, an animal that has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years, he identifies with primal, instinctual survival mechanisms. He does not identify with intellect, complex indicators, or AI algorithms. He identifies with instinct, territorial dominance, and fearlessness. The lone wolf archetype. Sharks are solitary? They don't trade in herds. This tells you he identifies as a contrarian who operates alone, trusting his own bite over the consensus of the crowd. 3. His trading style. Price action, scale in, and relentless aggression. This quote directly mirrors his exact trading methodology, which he calls the daily shot. Up early, Hougaard is famous for trading only the first 1 to 2 hours of the London-New York session. He is hyper-disciplined about timing. He doesn't sit at the screen all day. He strikes when volatility is highest. Biting stuff. This refers to his aggressive scaling and strategy. He does not place one limit order and wait. He bites the market by entering with a small position, and if the trade goes against him, he bites harder. He scales into the losing position, adding contracts as the price moves against him. He is literally biting the market at multiple levels. Chasing shit. Hougaard is a momentum chaser. He does not try to pick tops or bottoms. He waits for a breakout or a breakdown and chases the acceleration. He wants the fast, violent moves. Being scary, he often holds trades deep into drawdown, sometimes hundreds of points before they turn his way. He uses very wide stops, or no hard stops, relying on mental discipline. This terrifies retail traders, but he prides himself on the psychological fortitude to withstand massive temporary losses. He is scary because he is willing to bleed in the short term to win in the long term. Reminding everyone they're a fucking shark. His ultimate trading edge is not his chart reading. It is his psychology. He repeatedly states that trading is 90% mindset. By saying this, he is reminding himself and his followers that they must psychologically dominate the trade. If you enter a trade feeling like a minnow, scared, small, hoping for a win, you will close your position at the first wiggle. You must enter feeling like a shark, knowing you have the teeth, capital, and the resilience, risk tolerance to stay in the fight until the prey, the market move, is yours. The paradox, the hidden depth. While this quote screams aggression, those who deeply study Hougaard know the paradox. He is actually incredibly disciplined and defensive. He calls himself an aggressive scaler, but he only trades one or two instruments, primarily NASDAQ and DAX. He cuts his winners early if they stall, and he has a strict daily loss limit. So, what does this manifesto really tell you? It tells you that Tom Hougaard views trading as a brutal, bloody contact sport, but he plays it with the cold, calculated efficiency of a sniper. He uses a shark metaphor to weaponize his followers' psychology, because he knows that if they don't feel like a shark at 8 a.m. on a Monday, they will hesitate, and in the markets, hesitation is death. He is not encouraging reckless gambling. He is encouraging ferocious ownership of every single decision you make.